Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios on this 02.11.2023. Current time is 05:53 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York. That's the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside this Wednesday morning, hump day as it's called. And we're getting our day started. Hashtag positive start to the day, hashtag PSTTD. And we got our cup of coffee here that's tasted mighty fine, folks. Mm-mm-mm. Mighty fine. We're running on all cylinders this morning. I've only been up for an hour, about an hour and 10 minutes. Rich Roberts, at Fireman Rich here on the Rumble, as well as at Fireman Rich over there on X and on all those other fine and great social media platforms. Just Google at Fireman Rich. You'll see where else I'm at. And but for the most part, I am on X posting stuff there. That's my mainstay. And we posted a few things yesterday. Good morning, Tina. Our Jersey girl is in the house. Good morning to you. Wish you are doing well as we're halfway through the week, working towards the weekend, and hope everything is good down there. Yesterday was a great day. I would say the temperatures changed, and the temperatures it's like summertime outside right now, folks. Well, for most people, just like we'll get to that there. But we had a good day yesterday, and as far as doing some stuff, and here on these interwebs. Um, let's see, what did we do yesterday? I did the Tioga Radio Show. I did an audio, old school audio with a picture of the corner here. If you go to my X page, you'll see that's the corner, and it's changed. Let me bring that up here. We're talking about that. Let's go ahead and I'll drop that, and we'll bring up my X page here right out of the gate because what was it? Did we do this yesterday? No, we did it Monday afternoon, I guess. We ended up ripping off or uh, tearing up not tearing up, but you remember the old the desk that used to be back here. This is a shelf that's from the old library. It's probably one of the original bookcases. Okay, and they changed them out. They had a bunch of these. So the missus was able to acquire one. So this is a shelf. I got the bottom shelf with my Commodore stuff, and well, we took the desk, the roll top desk. That was getting ready to go into the ship bin. Okay, as far as that goes, we took off the roll top to disassemble it, and I was going to put it out in the garage. It's a heavy that top is really heavy. But what we did was, as you can see, that's the new corner right there. That's my corner right there. And you got Jack sitting in the window there. I posted this yesterday with an audio. I was sitting here. That's where I do all my work. That's where I am right now. You're seeing me right here in the little picture looking towards the TV, but the camera view is taken from the picture out to the computer desk, and it's the back right-hand corner as you're coming into the dining room. And this little shelf back here really, but we right off to the right, as you can see on the let's see, can you see my cursor? Let's see. Yeah, you can see the cursor. Okay, there's the desk, there's my chair, there's Jack right there looking out the window. He's got a little stool. Good morning. What's up? What's up? Okay. But there's Jack. He's out. He's actually right here on the scratching on the thing. I wonder if he's got to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back, folks. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We're back. Jack is scratching. I'm not sure if that indicates that he has to go to the bathroom, but he was chased out of the back room by the other two cats there. So, but here is the computer desk, and you can see my "I love you" wall of all my. I got a chess trophy, I got a basketball trophy, my IBM Think thing there when I worked at IBM. But off to the right here, that's the Nitro. That's the computer, and then that's the printer, and there's a hard drive reader right there, right in between. But this is the old roll top desk. We took the roll top off. We put and what used to be here was an old ratty metal tool filing cabinet, and then there was a little wooden makeshift bench here for my that sat down a little bit lower than that, and this makes it look a little bit more balanced. So that's the new corner. Good morning, Tony. Tony D, my brother veteran, my good friend, and fellow broadcasters. The missus says good morning also. So that's the new look right there, and I like it. It's more streamlined. The missus she had the idea, and she was adamant about getting rid of this roll top, but we're repurposing just the bottom portion, and for a while, I guess. I think it works out pretty good, don't you?
Oh yeah, that'll be till our death, probably.
It's probably till our death. It just looks a lot cleaner, folks.
We're too cheap to buy anything else.
Yeah, we're too cheap to buy something else. We're frugal. There we go. There's the word. But share this so you can see. There's the computer. That's my corner of the world, and as far as that goes, and so let's see. Can I zoom in on this? I don't think I can zoom in. No. Let's see. Can you zoom in? No, you can't. So that I posted that yesterday with an audio that I did over on Spotify at Fireman Rich on Spotify at Fire. There's our broadcast right there. There's the morning. There's the thing, and then we did the Tauga radio show yesterday. As far as that goes, so there we have it. As far as the new look, and that's posted over there on X. As far as that goes, and salute to you, Tony, coming in first on the YouTube side, and good morning. The missus says good morning to you. And I'm not sure what you said there. Why we s nice? Okay, so I don't know if that references to the picture there, Tina, or what. Okay, and Tina saying good morning to Tony. Tony is saluting everybody over on the Twitch side, and Tina says good morning to the missus. And I rewrite it. Okay, it's just I'm just thinking you're referencing the picture as far as that goes. But oh, you're not awake. How do you get that from why we are s nice? Not awake yet. Okay. It's early. We started not too we started 10 minutes of it's top of the hour right now, 6:01. Both me and the missus are up, and the lights are on. That's how perked up I am as far as getting going here. I had a good night's sleep. I think I went to bed early last night. I slept on the couch here, but was watching. My show wasn't on last night. Well, one of the shows was on, but afterwards, Oak Island wasn't on. They're taking a two-week time out here, and they're not going to be back till the 24th. They got this big boulder they're trying to look under, and this was supposed to be the episode. Yeah, they split up their episodes and stuff like that. Okay. The only thing is, I got to reach a little bit further to put my coffee because this desktop is crowded, as you could see from the picture, as far as that goes. So we had a good day yesterday doing the audio podcast over there on Mixcloud, the Tioga Radio Show. Check it out, mixcloud.com/Richard M. Roberts. So we'll go over the playlist here in a little bit. And then we did the audio, old school audio here, and I'm doing that over. I used to do that a lot. I did the audio before I did this live stream bit, so it was good just to do the raw audio onto Spotify for Creators, which used to be the old Anchor platform, but now it's Spotify pretty much. So we had a good day yesterday. We watched a couple show. I watched a show last night with the missus, and it's I've highlighted this show before, and what that show is every Tuesday night. It's on Fox. It's 1 hour. And what the hell? Where is it? Okay. Oh, right here. Okay. And let me bring it up. Okay, there we go with that. And there it is. It's Best Medicine. We watched that last night, and it was a pretty good. Last night was the Blueberry Festival. It was a good one, but this is a good show. I highly recommend it as far as that goes. Um, and the like. It's well worth your time to watch, and it's what's it got on Rotten? 6.2 out of 10. I give it a 10. I give it at least a 9. So I don't know where they're at. This is a very I like this series. It's a very good. You got the one actress there. She used to be on Ghostbusters, and she was Sheldon's grandmother and stuff like that. So, but it's a brilliant surgeon leaves Boston, becomes a doctor in a small town where he spent childhood summers. Despite his medical skills, he's rude mannered to the locals as he battles a hidden phobia, struggles with personal conditions. So it's a really good show. Josh Charles is a great actor. Josh Seger, he's a police guy. Oh, Annie Potts, she's the one. They've got a great cast of characters on this show. I mean, they're all fantastic actors and actresses. And like I said, I don't normally I do not normally recommend TV shows, but this show is is actually becoming one of my favorites behind Ghost on Thursday nights. Tuesday nights, I never used to watch. The only thing I watched on Tuesday night was Oak Island over the years. But this comes on at 8 o'clock Eastern. It's on for an hour. It's an hour of pure TV joy as far as that goes. There's a little wokeness in it and stuff like that. The owners of the restaurant there, they're a gay couple and stuff like that. They're pretty cool though. They were funny last night as far as that goes. So, but it's pretty good. And another show that I watched, I caught up on, and I started. I think I watched 3 or 4 episodes. This is over on HBO Max, and that's this particular program here. A Night of Seven Kingdoms. This story takes place a century before Game of Thrones, and you can see there's the the knight. That's the story is about him and his travels and with his squire there. Big surprise on the squire. I'm not going to give there. There's a big turnaround with that kid right there in the last episode. This drops every Sunday. So, like I said, these are two of my favorite shows right now, and this is a series that's going on. I do have HBO Max, and it's well worth. I think if you have HBO Max, I really and you like Game of Thrones and that type of. This is a really good series. It starts out really slow, but it's picked up now where they're getting into the tournament and the jousting and stuff like that, and the storyline, and it is fantastic. This I give it actually 10 plus stars. Okay, out of 10. I mean, this is off the hook right here. This show, I think it's a really well. It's pretty violent, but I like it. It's a really good series, and I'm glad I have HBO Max. Thank you, Spectrum. So those are I watched this Monday night. I caught up on all the episodes, so it drops every Sunday. So these are the two shows I'm watching primarily, other than the Thursday night lineup, where they still don't have the premieres yet. I think it doesn't happen until the 26th. You know, I like Ghost. I like Madlock and Elsbeth on Thursday nights. We watch that. So so there we have it as far as that goes, and it's a pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. I really enjoy it, and like I said, I don't recommend those. The one show I'm trying to watch, I'll probably watch. I watched a little bit of last week's episode, about maybe a third of it, and then turned it off. I mean, I turned it over to watch Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and I just continued watching the three episodes that I caught up on. That's how good that was. One Star Trek Academy. Now that's about 3 stars, 3 or 4 stars. It's not that great, folks. It's an okay, but I don't know. It doesn't have the feel. It's Star Trek, but to me, I love the old originals, okay, and those are the baselines and stuff. And this is going a little bit beyond. But of course, they had the burn and all that. So if you're a Star Trek fan, you're going to watch it. I'm not going to be critical of it. It's okay. I'm going to watch it. I wouldn't recommend it if you're not a Trekkie. Well, if you are a Trekkie, you're going to watch it probably just and be critical of it and stuff. But I'm not going to be critical. It's something to watch if you don't have nothing else to watch, which I'll probably end up watching the news before. I'm going to be watching it though. The series is just to keep up with the current storyline and stuff like that. Which there's some things I don't really agree with in this thing because they've already gone off track of one particular race here. The character, you see a character with a half black and half white. Well, the original episode, James T. Kirk back in the 60s and 70s, they had this episode where he had these guys. There's two beings left from this race, and one on this one planet. One had black on the left, one had black on the right. The other one had black on the right and white on the left. It was opposite. They were opposites. They looked the same, but then okay, your colors are opposite. They're totally different, and they want to kill each other and stuff. Well, both their descendants and their people have been killed. The planet blew up. They took out both sides and stuff like that. So they're the only two left. And unless they populated or something like that with some other being or something like that, there's somebody that shows, and this is 1,000 years later or something like that, or more than that, to Star Trek Academy, and they have one character, a female, that has a black and white on her face, and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know, it didn't sit well. I guess I'm looking at that, was peculiar, but it's part of that's TV. They can do anything and stuff like that. So, but that's my TV viewing here this week as far as that goes. And what's that?
Such an exciting life.
Oh, we have an exciting life. Yeah, very exciting. I think with the stuff we do, it's very nice and quiet. That's why I enjoy it. I mentioned yesterday in the audio that I did yesterday, posting up on Spotify for creators at Fireman Rich on Spotify at Fireman Rich. I enjoy the quietness and the simple living here in rural upstate New York, and I don't let other things. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world. I try and keep tuned in and stuff like that, but I unplug as far as if it doesn't affect me directly. I'm aware of things, but a lot of stuff we see in the news, does it really directly impact you? That's where I'm at in my life. Does it directly impact me? Not really. I'm concerned a bit. I have an opinion, but I'm not going to get all emotional about it. I'm going to laugh at the people that do. Oh, wow, we got to do this, do this. Okay, yeah, you say do this, but when you got the same thing over here and you don't do anything, that's a hypocrisy. I'll call that out too. But it's not, and in some cases, you may look at it as, oh, you're just keeping quiet. No, I'm not keeping quiet. It's what's the point? If it doesn't directly impact you, I could see you have a concern and stuff like that. But is it going to put any more money in your pocket? Is it going to take any money out of your pocket? No. So, like I said, I love the simple life of being retired and stuff like that. I can't see going back to work. I put myself in that scenario, and it's just like, okay, I'm very blessed and thankful. I'm not rich. I'm not poor. There's sometimes we struggle. Okay, we got to pay for this to pay that and stuff like that. But if that's the worst, that directly impacts me. Really making a statement about this past. Okay, for example, the Super Bowl, the halftime. Okay, they had a halftime show. I didn't agree with the guy. I don't want to watch it. Am I at fault? Am I a bad guy? No, it's my choice. I didn't want to watch it. There's something else. There's an alternative. The other alternative is just turn it off. I would have just turned it off if it was an alternative, because that's my feelings. Does it directly impact me? No, I could have watched it and then I could do like everybody else. Oh, that was the greatest show, and it's like, well, what's coming out? He made that halftime may have had the numbers, but it wasn't all that great of a program. From what I heard, he did it all in Spanish, which that's what he said he was going to do 4 months ago. And I said, no, I don't want. That's not entertainment. I don't pay. I'm not going to watch something that's in Spanish. I haven't taken Spanish. It's a spectacle. They're dancing around, jumping around, and stuff like that. What's that mean? Doesn't mean squat. Football game. I'm watching it for the football game. I could care less about the halftime show. But if there's something I think is better for me, I'm going to go to it. If you want to be critical of that, well, stick it up where the sun doesn't shine for you, because I don't really care. If you're gonna watch it, fine. I respect that. That's fine. But if I don't want to watch it, that's my freaking choice. People make too much of crap these days and stuff like that. Putting the political spin on it and stuff like that. I'm getting a little tired of it and stuff, as far as that goes. I do love this country. That will never, never, never be compromised. I got a core value, and I'm never going to deviate from that. So I am what I am, and that's all that I am. As Popeye, I think that's a Popeye thing as far as that goes. Before he eats his spinach. So, but no, this week has been going good, and I hope it's going good for you all as we're working towards the weekend. The coffee's tasting good this morning, and oh, also I won my chess game. I think that's why I'm pretty good, because I ended up winning. And from what chess.com stated, I'm gonna probably have to get I'll probably post up later the GIF of the game, because I ended up rating at 1300 again. So I'm like looking at this, is like, am I getting that? My neighbor made a couple mistakes as far as that goes, but I had some good playing. I worked my knights. I'm getting used to working my knights on the chessboard again, and they can be deadly. They can be deadly as far as that goes. And I controlled the center, and for the most part, if you can, you battle out in the center and stuff like that. And I was white. I was white again, white pieces and stuff. And I got a chess game today at the library, at the chess club. It's just me and my neighbor. We meet down there. We're the chess club right now and stuff. So we played one game. And so he won last week. I'm going to see if I'm not sure. We'll see what that goes. I was pretty excited. I didn't think I was going to win it. It was pretty even right after we got into the middle game, and he made one mistake. I had my knight down, and he was attacking a rook, and from the replay on chess.com, he should have moved his rook, but he didn't. And I take his rook, and I'm a major piece up for the most part, and we swapped queens. Swapped queens early. That surprised him. I usually don't do that, but it's just a thing. I looked at my position, and it's like, oh, might as well. And he's just like, his weakness is the end game. I think he stated that as far as that goes. He can, but he's the last game he won last Wednesday. He won. And the end game, he had a good end game on there. So it's hit and miss. We're not grandmasters or anything, but we play some good games. He was at the 1000 level and stuff, and we're normally like 500-600 or 600 to 700 rating. So we're actually playing above our rating according to chess.com, which it's a pretty good platform. So we'll see what happens this afternoon. Okay, let's see. Where are we at here? We got currently 3 people on Rumble, 1 person on local, 1 person on YouTube, and 2 people over there on the Twitch. So thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And we have Tina and Tony in the chat as far as that goes so far. And this is what I'm talking about. It's a nice little gathering, coffee and stuff like that. Get the day started. But the other good thing this week, yesterday the weather broke, and we were in the 30s yesterday, and it was like summertime outside. Summertime, summertime, summertime. It was 30. We got above the teens and the low 20s. Well, even 20. I think Monday it was like 20 degrees. It felt great. It was nice. Okay, so temperatures are coming up. Currently, we're at 35 degrees Fahrenheit. Can you believe that? We're at 35. We haven't been at 35 for at least a couple weeks now. That's one. We're out of the negative on Celsius. We're 1.6 degrees Celsius, 1.7 degrees Celsius, 35 degrees Fahrenheit here in the southern tier of upstate New York, and it's nice. And inside the house, we're at a comfortable 67. So no wind as far as that goes, and because the wind can have a factor. The wind can drop the temperature as much as like 5 to 10 degrees, depending on how fast the wind is blowing and such. So, but the weather was nice yesterday. Snow is melting a little bit. You're seeing some wet spots as far as that goes, and it's gonna be cloudy today here in the southern tier of upstate New York, where I live and reside. A few flurries. It's snow. That's showers possible. That's some probably lake effect. High of 36. So we're gonna get one more degree. I think we're gonna get higher than that maybe. Winds out of the west by northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour, and so. 8 to 9, 30, 22, 23. So with the wind chill factor is about a 5 to 6 degree drop on that. But even still, at 35, it's a 6 degree drop. And it feels like it's like 29 or 30. It's nice out there, folks. Winds are 10 to 20, so it's going to drop a little bit. But even still, it's not overpowering. Sun will be rising this morning at 7:05. So that's in about 45 minutes. It's 6:20 right now, so 45 minutes at 70 or 7:08, I should say. It's going to be 48 minutes. 48 minutes. The sun will be rising here in the southern tier. You can see it's still dark out as far as that goes. Sun will be setting at 5:33 p.m. That 5:33, you might as well add another 30 minutes on, because there's a little bit of daylight after the sun goes down behind the mountains over here in the southwest here. In the southern tier of upstate New York. So it's going to be I think it's going to be a nice day today. Our 10-day forecast, and this is the one I go to the 10-day forecast, and it's showing that the temperatures are going to be very, very pleasant compared to the single digits. I mean, tomorrow will be 27, but even still, it's above freezing. It's just below freezing, but it's still nice. That's still nice compared to single digits. Then 32 Friday, 39 Saturday, 40. Then we're in the 40s starting Sunday, going into all next week. Well, next Friday it drops down to 36, but we're in the 40s all next week, and that means where are we at right now? Let's see. We're on today's the 11th, so we got one spring. Oh, that's in March. What the hell? So we're 1, 2. I'm checking the calendar here now. 1, 2. Let's see. We're 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3. 3.5 days. 3.5 weeks till spring. First day of spring. So we're 3 weeks out, pretty much, basically. So those temperatures are freaking great as far as going into that. It's just nice. I can go out wearing this, no problem. Where before, when it got down to single digits, I had to put another coat over this. That's how cold it got as far as that goes. So, but we're enjoying the weather now. I mean, yesterday was great. It's just I was going to take the lawn chair and put it out in the snow. That's how nice it was. Let's see. We do have a thought for the day this morning, and it's from a great American televangelist, a pastor, Robert Harold Schuller. You know, the Crystal Palace Church there, stuff like that. Robert Harold Schuller was an American Christian pastor, motivated speaker, very good motivated speaker. I used to watch this guy, not a lot, but I'd see him on there and I listened to him speaking there on the TV. Over 5 decades, he was pastor of the Church of the Garden Grove in California, starting in 1955. And his quote and our thought for the day is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 words. And this is his quote and our thought for today. Tough times never last, but tough people do. So you want to be one of those tough people, right? Our thought for today and quote from Robert Schuller. Tough times never last, but tough people do. And I agree, Tina. It is true. It is true. And as far as that goes, that's how I am, Rich. Okay, I'm picking up on your last card. That's how I am, Rich. Okay, and you're laughing. Okay, you're the same way. Okay, what we're talking about before, but that's true. You have to be tough. You have to be tough in this life and stuff like that. You got to have a thick skin. That's the way I'm taken away from it. But the meaning of Pastor Schuller's quote basically is difficulties are temporarily, they're only temporarily, while the strength and resilience developed by people to overcome them are lasting. So you become tougher. You're more resistance and stuff like that, which helps you later on in life. It is a motivating phrase encouraging perseverance, asserting that humans can endure challenges. We can endure. We just become tougher. Learn from failures. We're always going to fail, so just use it as a learning experience and survive adversity. That's what we need to do, survive adversity. So a great quote and our thought for today from Pastor Schuller, Robert Harold Schuller. And we say, God bless and Godspeed, sir. That was a good one. I like that one. You got to be tough. Got to be tough. Like Popeye. Okay, our national day today. We got National Latte Day. Oh, the missus, she likes lattes. She likes cappuccinos. I like the occasional cappuccino. Let's see. National Guitar Day. That's not a bad one. National Inventors Day, if you're an inventor. National Shut-In Visitation Day. I don't know. What are you doing, Buggy? You want to come up? Come on. You want to come up? Let me get this cable out of the way. Come on. Come on. You want to come up? There you go. Buggy wants to say hi. There's Buggy. Hi, Buggy. There you go. She likes sitting on the lap there. She wants this chair. Okay, sit down. Lay down. There you go. Okay. We have one more, though. And Tina says hi. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let me see something. Can you see her? Oh, there's her head right there. Oh, her name is. She wakes me up in the morning. I mean, I'm sitting there in the bed and laying there, and then she is right in my face, meowing at about 4:45 or 4:45, saying it's time to wake up and get the grub on for us. She comes in. It's like clockwork. She'll come in there and stuff like that, and then I'll pretend I get up and she runs, and then I can lay back down. No, she's right back there. 2 minutes later, she's right in her face. As far as that goes. Yeah, that's her. Oh, she's purring. You might be hearing purring and stuff like that. Yeah, it is cute, Tina. Yeah, she sometimes it's a pain in the ass because I just want to go to sleep, and she's like, okay. Of course, she'll be sleeping after this broadcast and stuff, and I get up and get breakfast and do the bicycle. I might go out for a walk today. I did the bicycle yesterday. Yeah, I'm doing the bike. I've done the bike 2 days this week so far, Monday, Tuesday, and good rides. The exercise bike. I mean, I'm maintaining my 21, 22 minutes, 7 miles of riding on it at 22 miles per hour for 21 minutes. So it's a good workout. Um, oh, let me see. Let me back up. We didn't do the world times and temperatures. I got sidetracked here before we do the national day. Our world times and temperatures as I speak. Should have done that after the weather. I got sidetracked, which is par for course. Our world times and temperatures starting in Honolulu, Hawaii at 1:28 a.m. Cloudy skies, 73 degrees Fahrenheit. In Phoenix, Arizona at 4:28 a.m. Cloudy skies with some clearing, 61 degrees Fahrenheit. In Chicago, Illinois at 5:28 a.m. Clear skies in Chicago, 27 degrees Fahrenheit. Down in New York City, the concrete jungle, clear skies in New York City, 34 degrees Fahrenheit. Down in central Jersey, where Tina's at, 43 degrees Fahrenheit. Woohoo! For the high today, 27 for the low, and partly sunny down in central New Jersey, where Tina's at. Down in Warner Robins, Georgia, where Tony D is at, 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow. 71 degrees for the high. Woohoo. 51 for the low, and it's drizzling down there. A little wet weather there. Going across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean, to London, UK, we have cloudy skies in London at 11:29 a.m., 54 degrees Fahrenheit. In Milan, Italia at 12:29 p.m. Mangia, mangia, mangia. They're lunchtime in Milan, and they're watching the TV and if they have TVs in the cafes. I don't know if they have those, but they probably will because the Winter Olympics are over there. But Milan, a beautiful city, 50 degrees Fahrenheit in Milan, sunny with some passing clouds. Skipping over to Kuala Lumpur at 7:29 p.m. in their evening. Clear skies in Kuala Lumpur, 82 degrees Fahrenheit. In Tokyo, Japan, at 8:30 p.m. in their evening. Clear skies in Tokyo, 46 degrees Fahrenheit. And down under on the great continent, great country, and great friends and allies to the United States, Australia is. Melbourne at 10:30 p.m. Cloudy skies, 61 degrees Fahrenheit, and over Sydney, Australia, 10:30 p.m. also in their evening. Clear skies, 81 degrees Fahrenheit, and those are our world times and temperatures as I speak. So, but let's see, our national day, we had all those. The national day, we're going to go with one, and I know you're going to. I love these things. These are one of my favorite candies. It's hashtag National Peppermint Patty Day. I'm going out to get some peppermint patties today. National Peppermint Patty Day on February 11th recognizes a treat enjoyed by millions around the world. We're here to tell you it's okay to sink your teeth into this mint chocolate sweet in celebration of this sweet food holiday. And Tina likes that one. Oh yes, yeah. Who doesn't like a good peppermint patty? Oh my God, that's freaking good. You have the sugar-free one. Yeah, the sugar-free ones are pretty good. I've had those. They taste pretty good. It's just the combination. Yeah, you can't have that much sugar. That's true. It's chock. Oh, candy's just chock full. So I don't. I used to eat these like they were going out of style when I was a kid and stuff. So let's see. The oldest commercially made peppermint patty or cake was made by the Quigley's family on the Isle of Man. That's over in Ireland, an island located in the middle of the Northern Irish Sea. That's off the coast, the Island of Man. Oh, okay. They had been making the cake since 1840, but in 1880, four of the sons formed the Kendall Mint Cake Company. Possibly the most well-known peppermint patty, of course, are the York peppermint patties. They were first made in 1940 and distributed regularly, much like other candy makers of the era. York dominated the market because of the firmness and crispness, while others were soft. A former York employee remembered that the final sample test of the patty before it left the factory was called the snap test. if the candy did not break clean in the middle, it did not make it onto the candy store shelves. So did they break every one? I don't think they broke every one. They did a spot check. So today is National or Peppermint Patty Day for the National Day. There we go. That's a good one. Who doesn't like a good peppermint patty? Like I said, we did the Tioga radio show over there on Mixcloud yesterday, and we had fun. We had a good lineup. We got let me see if I can bring that up. Let me bring up that on the thing here. Hang on. Mixcloud. Let's see. Mixcloud. Let me bring up my Mix. Oh, got an Instagram pitch. Let's see. Mixcloud. Present. No, we don't want that. No. Cancel. We want this. Okay, brought that up. Mixcloud. And where is it? There. Oh, there's our Mixcloud. There's the program. Tioga Radio Show for 10th February yesterday on the Mixcloud page. And that's there at mixcloud.com/Richard M. Roberts. And one of the things I want to highlight, the very first song was the song that Kid Rock sang during the All-American halftime show put on by those folks over there at Turning Point USA as the alternative for the alternative to the actual Super Bowl. And the first one, Kid Rock here with "Till You Can't." If this is a great, Tina, I think you'd like listening to that song. It's on YouTube, but it's also over. I presented it on my 8 tracks here on Mixcloud, and it's by Kid Rock, "Till You Can't," and great song by Kid Rock. He released it, new song for him, and he debuted it. And when he was singing on the Great American, the All-American halftime show, Kid Rock, he was lip syncing. I was watching him. He was lip syncing his first rap song, and it was sort of talking about. And I guess the analogy, he had that song, and then he went to this song. The song was that song depicted him being how he was before. He drank, he ran chasing the women, and he was a rocker rapper back then. He thought he was a badass. This next song, "Till You Can't," it's about finding Jesus, folks. It's a good song. And from Kid Rock's perspective, I have high regards for him. This is a great song, and it's it talks about dusting off that book in the corner that people have forgot about, and I know you would like it, Tina. I know you would like it. But some of the other songs we had on the broadcast, we had "Autograph" with "Turn Up the Radio." Yeah, I love the radio. I love the radio, even on the internet. The internet radio is good. "Kiss" with "Cold Gin." Led Zeppelin. This is a good song. "Down by the Seaside." It's a pretty good song there. Joe Bonamassa with "The Whale That Swallowed Jonah." And then this group I've never heard before, but they this is a new one for me, but they've been around for a while. When Rivers Meet, they had "Walk on the Wire," and then I had Brothers Osborne's with "Midnight Rider's Prayer," and then a classic, "Chicago," "I Am Man," and I have to say, I Am Man. I love Chicago. Chicago is a great group. I don't play too many of their songs as far as that goes, but they are a great group. And so that's what we did on Mixcloud there for yesterday on the Tioga Radio Show. Great broadcast. I enjoy doing that. I don't get any I may get one or two. I don't get a lot of views or listens on that. I get more on the audio podcasts over there on Spotify. But it's a music place where I can put music. I don't have to get, it's built to where you can replay music and stuff like that. And there's a lot of genres over there as far as that goes. And sounds like a good yeah. If you just listen for that one song, Tina, I think you'll enjoy it because the words in it are just Kid Rock. He is good. He is good. He is. I know there's a lot of people, because he's a Christian conservative and stuff like that. But he is compared to what he was before, and he's enjoying life too. He's so I just that take as far as when I did watch the All American halftime show that was presented by Turning Point, and I thought it was great. I think they had some great acts in Kid Rock. The first song Kid Rock, me and Mr. like he's lip syncing, but then we found out what the analogy was. He was doing a song that how he used to be and now how he is now. And you see a lot of actors that are going. They even have that prayer. Do you have that prayer app? I haven't downloaded. I don't think I'll download it. I have my own way of praying and stuff, but there's an app that you can download and stuff that you can pray and stuff like that. I've seen the commercials. It's coming mainstream. Praying, do a prayer. Doesn't matter if you're Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, or something like that. Just do a prayer. The man upstairs, whoever he is or whoever she is or whatever and stuff. Oh, there was what is it that this saying? Is God a man or a woman? Well, he does say in Genesis that he created man in his own image. So I think that answered that question. I don't know. I heard something like that. Hey, Liberty from Niagara, Buffalo. And she's saying, good morning, Patriots. And the Mrs. says, good morning, Liberty. And she's saying good morning to Tony, Tina, and the YouTubers. And I'm sure she's saying good morning to the Twitchers and stuff like that. And love the flags. Always love the flags. Love the flags. And Tina says, yes, lots of laughs. Yeah, there we go, Tina. Yeah. And Tina saying good morning to Liberty. Good to have you here, Liberty. I hope you had a great, you're having a good week so far up there in Niagara. You probably got some warmer weather coming for a change this week. I was just talking about the weather here before you came on, and it's a bombing 30 degrees. It's like summertime out now. It's really after the last 2 weeks of the single digits and stuff like that. We got 3.5 weeks to spring though. Okay, let's go ahead and do 100 years ago. We're right on schedule here. Let me get rid of some of this stuff here. Let's see, where's Roger Luther? Let's get to Roger Luther here. And this is 100 years ago from February 9th. Again, like I always say, I have no affiliation with Fox 40 or all the other news agencies that I'm presenting on their webpage. I'm just giving you I'm just presenting them as a consumer to show you what it's like here in the southern tier of upstate New York, especially with the news ones and stuff. I'm not going to go through them, but all the web pages that I do present here, I have no affiliation with. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring up 100 years ago. Get rid of the scrolly thing here. Okay, let's see. 100 years ago, there she is. We'll come bring that up, and we'll let's see. Liberty says heat wave right now, 30 out there. Yeah, it's a heat wave. Yeah, exactly, Liberty. Yeah, we'll take it, right? Okay, Buck, you gotta let me push the buttons. Okay, let's see. Let's present this and get this going here. Here we go.
100 years ago today, plans are being made for the annual St. Valentine's Day dance at the Frank A. Johnson Post American Legion in Johnson City Thursday night. The Amertalian Club is planning to hold a masquerade ball at their clubhouse at 65 Carroll Street Thursday as a feature of the Italian Carnival period. Architects Conrad and Cummings have been chosen to prepare plans for the new Benjamin Franklin School. There are currently 231 residents at the Broome County Home on Upper Front Street. That's the largest number ever to be in the home. And finally, Jack Sharkey, the heavyweight fighter born and raised in Binghamton, is scheduled for a fight at Madison Square Garden next Friday. That was the news, February 9th, 1926.
Didn't know we had a heavyweight back in the day. Never heard of Shark. Oh. The last name. Sharkey. There used to be a bar that he's the owner of Sharkey's Bar. That's where supposedly that's where Speedy's got started. Lupo's, Speedy's, that's a skewed meat there that you barbecue with after it's been marinated. But Sharkey's was a bar in Binghamton. It's not there anymore. It's closed down. So that's okay. I was just saying, I heard Sharkey's bar there in Binghamton. That's good. He was a heavyweight fighter born in Binghamton, and he fought down. I didn't realize he was a fighter. Then we had 231 residents in the Broome County Home. I guess that's a senior. That's known. That was a seniors. Well, they used to call it the Old Homes Day or Homes Day, or Old Homes, Old Folks Home. I guess I'm trying to say. We call it Senior Citizens Living now, I guess. And architectures chose to prepare for a new Benjamin Franklin School. I think that school's still there. America Italian Club is planning for masquerade, a big masquerade party. No, everybody. I guess the kids were kept inside to where they didn't do any crime or something like that. So, but they were all getting ready for the. Oh, I know what it was. They're all getting ready for the St. Valentine's Day parade, or Valentine's party, I should say, as far as that goes. So, let's see. We got that. Okay. So in other history, Roger Luther, he's a Broome County historian, for those folks that aren't aware, that they haven't been here for a while, know about him. He's a good guy. I'd like to meet him personally. He seems like to say thank you because I love listening to Tosia on the broadcast. Let's see. In other history on this day, in 1790, the Societies of Friends, which is the Quakers, petitioned the U.S. government to abolish slavery in 1790. Wow, that's way before the Civil War. Wow. In 1794, the first session of the U.S. Senate opened to the public. And 1926, happy birthday to Leslie Neeson. The beloved Canadian comic actor, starred in Airplane and The Naked Gun, was born in 1926. He's a good actor. 1937, General Motors recognized the United Autos Worker Union to end a strike, and those strikes back then, they were head clubbers, I guess, literally, back in the day. Let's see. In 1964, the Beatles performed the first concert in the United States in Washington, D.C. Of course, they came in via... Oh, that's a concert. I think they played the Ed Sullivan Show, and then they went, because they landed in JFK, as far as that goes. 1973, and I remember this. I think this was March of 1973. Vietnam released first American prisoners of war, as far as that goes. That was the end of the Vietnam War, as far as that goes. And 1978, China lifted a ban on Aristotle, Shakespeare, and Dickens books. They were banned? Jeez. And 1989, the Episcopal Church named its first woman bishop. Of course, they could do that. I don't think they can do that in the Catholic Church. Let's see, what else do we have here on the AP side? I think I saw something about Nelson Mandela, as far as that goes. And Tina remembers all of it. Oh, okay, you do? Yeah. Let's see. On February 11th, 1990, South African anti-apartheid activist Nelson Mandela was freed after 27 years in prison. Mandela was elected president of South Africa 4 years later. He was okay. I just didn't care for his wife. His wife was not a good person. I did not care. I think you didn't hear much about her because I think she was power hungry, as far as in my opinion. 1847. Let's see. Tina says women are not supposed to be head of any church according to the Bible. Is a bishop a head of a church? I think that it's like the Pope is a head. He's the head of the church. I don't look at the cardinals or the bishops as head of the church. It's that top person. That's what I consider head of the church. So, as far like, so in a sense, it's still true. I don't think you're allowed to teach. I don't have a problem. We live in a modern day, Tina. I think to a certain degree, I don't think there should be any restrictions really, as far as that goes. I mean, it's the Bible. We have a lot of modern times. They probably back in the day they would probably say this device was blasphemy because they didn't understand it and stuff like that. I think women are more than capable of. Women I don't know about in the Catholic Church. It's because in the Baptist, Protestant, and Methodist, I could see it as far as that goes. I don't have a problem with it and stuff like that. So I don't think it's really. I look at it. I don't know. I know what it says in the Bible, but I don't take everything in the Bible literally. I'm one of those people and stuff like that. We live in a modern age, as far as that goes, and I think I don't think a woman, if she is a leader of some church or something like that, is going to be thrown down into hell or something like that. So let's see. Liberty says they only appoint her because of equal rights. She's probably complained. Possibly, I don't know. I think I'm not gonna. It is what it is. I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't think it's a big deal. It doesn't directly impact me, so I'm not worried about it. So I talked about that earlier at the beginning of the broadcast. I'm my new persona is if it doesn't directly impact, I'm concerned about it. I think there's more important things to be concerned about than a woman being appointed head of a church and stuff like that. It's just like you can throw that in. Oh, she probably complained about it, but I've seen just as many guys complain about and they moved up, and I've seen that in my workplace as far as that goes. So it works both ways, Liberty. Just is it right? No, you bit me. No, you bit me. You get off. You lost the lap. You don't bite me. No. It's not a no. Let's see. Here's an ambulance too. Oh, you got you got a medical emergency going on. Ooh, that's not good. And Tina says lots of left. It's a bug. So, the different churches are going to have different things and stuff like that. And, it just, but the one common thing between them all, we're all praying to the man upstairs or the men or whoever's up there, praise the Lord. You got to believe in him and stuff like that. It's, people believe in things and stuff like that. And I don't hold anything against people believing, as long as it's on the good side. That's when you strip everything away. It's either good or it's bad. If it's in the middle, it's like, if it doesn't fit, I'm not going to worry about it. Tina's laughing and says, she's just saying, yeah, I know you're just saying, Tina, no problem. Just good discussion though. Good discussion on the subject. See, that's what you discuss and you express your ideas and stuff like that, and you move on and stuff. It's not like we're going to put up barricades and check people to see if they belong to a certain police force, law enforcement force, and Where we're not even supposed to be doing that because we're not. Okay, I'm going down a road I don't want to go down. Tina's laughing. Okay, let's see. In other history here, in 1847, American inventor Thomas Alvin Edison was born on this day in Milan, Ohio. Okay, I thought he was a Jersey guy. He all his laboratories were in New Jersey. The creator of the inventor of the light bulb, the light. See the light? I turned the light on. Let's see. In 1945, U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt, British Prime Minister Winston Churchill, and Soviet leader Joseph Stalin signed the Yalta Agreement, in which Stalin agreed to declare war against Imperial Japan following Nazi Germany's surrender, I guess. They just moved in because they wanted to get some of the territories and stuff like that. 1975, Margaret Thatcher, the Iron Woman, I guess they called her, was elected leader of Britain's opposition Conservative Party. I liked her. A lot of people didn't like her, but I thought she was. Her and Reagan, they worked really good together. And let's see, Edison ripped the patent away from Tesla. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, him and Tesla, they did not get it because Tesla used to work for Edison, and I think Tesla, I think it's becoming pretty commonplace. Tesla is actually above Edison. Edison was okay, he did the movie thing and stuff, but you watch the History Channel, and Tesla is just, he was forward thinking, especially that. Well, he was the inventor of Wi-Fi. Liberty, if you think about it, he was thinking of radio waves and transferring energy and stuff like that. Some of his techniques and technology is applied to Wi-Fi that we have today. People don't think about it; they just saw somebody. But yeah, I would see Edison. The history says that he ripped him off as far as that goes. I think it was more on the electric side. The light bulb, I don't think Tesla was actually working on a light bulb. It's more on the electric. He wanted AC, and I think Edison wanted DC or something like that. And then there's a big thing. There was a big battle on that. And General Electrics, which is a big company back then, they ended up backing Edison, I guess, because I think Edison had backing from J.P. Morgan. That's where the money was. Tesla couldn't get the money and stuff. He was too forward thinking for the folks back then. As far as I've seen a lot of things on the History Channel and Tesla. He's probably, he's right up there. I think he was smarter than Edison personally. Now that we're talking about it, it just, you watch. It's the history you never learned in high school. When you watch the History Channel, you go, really? Wow, how come I didn't learn that in high school? I didn't know about Tesla until probably after. Was it just after I was halfway through the military? So who's this Tesla guy? It's just what you're fed, Oh, Edison, he did all this. It's this. There's other people, as far as that goes. So I agree with that. He did. Let's see. We have history of Tesla here where I live. Yeah, he had associated. Yep, with the Niagara Falls and the dams there. We have a substation here that helped currently going to Buffalo and Niagara Falls. Yep, and they state that in the history of Tesla, because Niagara Falls, that lit up. That was the first area that they used at the hydroelectric. That's what they needed, and that was a focal point for both Edison and Tesla, as far as generating that power to get a grid going. I think one of the first electrical grids came out of your area back in the day, as far as that goes. You have that much water going over the falls, and man, that's a lot of water. It's a lot of water. Let's see, what else do we have here? Okay, in 2013, during a routine morning meeting of the Vatican Cardinals, Pope Benedict the 16th announced he would resign has resigned as Pope effective February 28th. It was the first Pope resignation in nearly 600 years. I think he had some medical issues. He still lived there at the Vatican, and I don't think he was. I think he was his. I think he might have. I almost want to say that might be. It's just an opinion that he probably had early dementia, as far as that goes. So, and that's all the history we have for what we have here, folks. So that's okay. Let's see where we at. We're at the top of the hour here. We've been on for an hour and 8 minutes, and let's see. We're going to go ahead and let's see. How's my coffee? I got to get a re-thing of coffee. It's getting a little daylight out. It's cloudy, but the temperature's nice. It's 36 degrees. We're at our recorded high that we're supposed to do. Oh, let me go over the sports real quick. Let's see. NBA action Monday night. We have the Nets. They beat the Bulls 123-115. And that was it. And last night, the Knicks, they lost a close one to the Pacers, 137-134. And tonight, we got the Knicks playing the 76ers down there in Philly at 7:30. And at 7:30, the Pacers will be hosting the Pacers. Where's the Celtics? Oh, there's the Celtics. They play the Bulls tonight. And tomorrow night, there's nothing. Oh, we got the All-Star game coming up. We have the All-Star game. And we also have Double J's is in the audience here. Good morning, Double J's. Hey. And all the sex scandals came during his... oh, okay. Is that what he... yeah, his was a little sketchy, Pope Pompancy, I think. I was surprised he got elected too after looking at the background and stuff like that. How you doing, Double J's? And Tina says hi, coming on the Twitch side. Double J's coming in from an undisclosed location. I like to say down there in the Southern Hemisphere. Hope all is well with you, my friend. Let's see, where was I at here? We're right there. Okay, that's 100 years ago. So, the sports. We're on sports. I got sidetracked there. So All-Star game is coming up. When is this? So we have no basketball until next Thursday, just like we have no hockey until the 25th. There's no hockey. I think the women's team beat the American women's team beat Canada last night. I saw a headline in Olympic hockey. And let's see, in NFL news, I'm not seeing anything on NFL news, just some residual of new Raiders coach, Clint Kubik addresses Max Cosby's trade rumors. And let's see, NFL facing potential punishment after Sad Bunny's halftime show. What type of punishment? Potential punishment. What the hell? Super Bowl 60 Sad Bunny halftime show. Halftime falls shy of ratings records. I thought they said he broke the records. And there's another one, from kneeling to Spanish anthems, how the NFL lost Mid-American at halftime. Yeah, they lost a lot of people there. It's pretty obvious. They're getting record. And then NFL just vindicated the Sad Bunny decision in best way. Okay, that's on Yahoo. So it's just residual Super Bowl stuff. So the NFL football's over as far as that goes. We have another football going today, and let me get this in because Double J's is saying hi back to Tina. Thank you, Double J's. There's another football today, and actually during the Super Bowl, I posted this over on X, and I couldn't believe it, but Liverpool and Manchester played this past Sunday, And Manchester had a 750 million global view viewers of that particular game, and compared to the 220 million people that saw the Super Bowl. So the Super Bowl, it's Americans' greatest sports program. But when you get Liverpool and Manchester City together in a soccer game, and soccer rules, man. And Manchester City will be playing Fulham today at 2:30. Hopefully I can remember to watch that in the Premier League. Manchester City currently second in the Premier League behind Arsenal, 6 points. And as far as that goes. Okay, Tina, we'll see you later. So the Super Bowl is big, but not as big as soccer is, especially in the Premier League. That game freaking ruled, I guess. Let's see. Football is supposed to be extended by one game, I heard. Yeah, they're going to go, what is it, 18? I think they want to go to 19. And Tina or Liberty saying bye to Tina there. Take care, Tina, from Liberty. Yeah, Liberty. And it might be because they're expanding more of the overseas games. So I think they want to do that. It's all about money for the most part, as far as that goes. So, all righty then. That's the sports. We're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break here, a couple minutes, and we'll be right back and continue with the broadcast here, going over the see what's going on in the local. We didn't have that much Monday, and I did test this. It will work. I did a check. I have the cable hooked up, so I won't be messing with that. We're gonna probably we'll go do the headlines on the Commodore 64 today, as far as that goes. So I will be right back. I need to refresh my coffee. Coffee tastes great. There it is. So just hang loose, and we will be right back, folks, to continue the broadcast. Just give me a few minutes, and we will be right back. are back here for the Wednesday morning coffee, and I got my second cup of coffee right here on this 02.11.2026. Current time is 0709. I am Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on the Rumble, broadcasting out to Rumble. We got two people, one person on local, one person on YouTube, and one person on Twitch. And I have the second cup of the morning coffee here. We do have an active chat here. And what's this? What's this, Guthrie? What was that? Let's see. We got a news report here on that. Let's see. What's the news thing? The Morning Brief. Guthrie suspect released. What's that? They had some pictures of that thing that's going on in Arizona. Let's see. Canada School. What they have? Well, where is it? And I guess they had a school shooting up in Canada. Oh. Okay, I'll have to look at that later and stuff. I guess they had some pictures of the supposed perpetrator there yesterday that was released as far as that goes. And we'll see what transpires. The last thing I heard, I guess, before sitting down for dinner was the SWAT team was out or something like that. So and Double J saying, yeah, Tina went over to see Hal. He's, I think he's on Facebook right now or something like that. And we got Jim Figerty over on Twitch. He's up as well. Okay, let's see. We're going to go. I got my second cup of coffee here at Fireman Rich here on the Rumble. At Fireman Rich over there on X. That's my mainstay for posting on these social media feeds as far as that goes. And okay, let's see. Let's see what's going on with that. Let's see the news. What do we got here? U.S. makes arrest in connection with disappearing TV host. Oh, they made an arrest. Let's see. Let me get verification. Arrests. Oh. Let's see. Let's try this again here. Man released after being detained by the police questioning connection. So this is, when was this? This was 6:30 this man released after being detained by police for questioning in connection with Nancy Guthrie's abduction. Man was released after being detained by police. The man was identified as Carlos, spoke to reporters early on Wednesday, insisted he was innocent. Investigators have completed their search of the property. Nancy Guthrie's investigation, it's ongoing. So I guess a man was released after being detained. And on Tuesday, which is yesterday, the sheriff's department confirmed in a statement that deputies had detained a subject during a traffic stop. The sheriff's department then said in a further statement, detained by investigators have okay, so I guess they no, they haven't found. Hey, farmer coming in from Virginia. Hey, how you doing? He's saying good morning. Good morning to you, my friend. Good morning on the Rumble. Good morning. No, she's still missing. Did farmers asking? Did they actually find it? No, they haven't found her yet. they had the pictures that were released yesterday. They were compelling, very compelling. And the latest thing this morning, after I pick up on a little bit from what I hear on the news in the background and stuff. It's the same old stuff, and then they dropped the pictures, and so that was the biggest thing. But they had somebody detained, I guess, last night. They had the SWAT team out. I think that was for show, because nothing developed out of it. But I guess they had a routine, and they're probably, because they have a description of this guy. Anybody that looks like this guy that's in the Tucson area, they're going to be stopped. I have some opinions, but I'm going to keep them to myself. I'm not going to, as far as that goes. I pray that Miss Guthrie, the woman that is kidnapped, is still alive. As far as that goes, it's been over a week now, 10 days and stuff like that. So it's just it's ongoing, and our thoughts and prayers are with the Guthrie family, and it's. We'll see what happens. But they detained a person that just popped up, as far as, I guess, this morning. They released him and stuff. And the guy's saying, I'm innocent. So, they couldn't find any, see what's happened. I guess this thing rates right up there. To me, it just reminds me of the old O.J. Simpson chase and the trial and everything. Everybody's, what's going on? And I hope for the best and stuff like that, and see what happens. But they have not found her. No, not yet. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, let's see. On Fox 40, what do we got for news over there, as far as that goes? And Farmer says, at her age and missing meds, I hope she's alive as well. That's all you can do. Yeah, that's all you can do, I guess, as far as that goes. Oh yeah, that's for sure. That hasn't changed. Double J's. They didn't say anything about him being guilty. They just, if you're a suspect, they're going to drag you in, and until they, they're going to check all things. But they just don't grab somebody unless they have a reason. He probably fit the description. Somebody might have said something concerning him. We don't know. We don't know what the local law enforcement, the sheriff's department. Oh, his mother-in-law. Oh, okay. So it was his.
That guy's from Rio Rico, Arizona.
Okay, so they have that on the news. I got an update. The missus has an update. She has an update. No, you're what?
They took him in for questioning.
Okay, and this is what I was just saying before that. They got a description. So everybody, their brother, calling, this guy looks like this. This guy looks like this. The guy's mother-in-law called up the.
No, I don't think she called. We don't know that.
But they mentioned the mother-in-law, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so supposedly the mother-in-law said something about his eyes.
Looks like his eyes.
It looks like his eyes. So that's how this guy. That's why this guy got tagged. Okay, so he automatically, that makes you a suspect. Yeah, you're innocent until proven guilty. Double J's. That's the bedrock of this country. So that's not going to change. Okay. Even though in people's opinion, they think they might be guilty. We are a country of laws, and that's one of the most important things. So I think that's a given as far as I'm concerned. And Double J's, God bless his marriage. Yeah, he's probably pissed if it was. But they have a description, and there's some very telling things that I don't know. In the one picture, it's obviously he has a weapon. That holster, I've never seen anybody put the holster right in the middle of their thing. That's a little peculiar. Very peculiar. And the weapons, I would almost have to agree with what they were saying. It looks like it was a Glock of some sort, semi-automatic, as far as, because just the way the handle, the handle that was sticking out, that's where they put the clip, as far as that goes. So, but yeah, God bless his marriage. Because they didn't say it was her, but they mentioned the mother-in-law said the eyes looked like him. So, interesting stuff already. see what transpires for the day. All right, let's see what's in the news on Fox there and try and get away from the. Let's see. Do we have anything on there? Skate State. Nothing there. They're talking about Valentine's Day. We got drone attacks over in the Ukraine. 3 Ukrainian toddlers and father killed in Russian drone attack. Come on, why are you killing civilians over there, Putin? Let's see. Arctic air brings cold temperatures. That was cold snap continues throughout the southern. No, it's not that cold. It's warmer, but the weather people are gonna push the weather and stuff like that. Need to forgive for the sake of life, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I agree with that. Double J's. Good quote. Good quote. Yeah, there's nothing really on. Let's see. Let's just check local one more time. Okay. Nothing there. Just okay. We don't have anything else. Okay, so let's go to WEBO. Anything on WEBO? I don't think so. They've been a little laxed of late. No, nothing on WEBO. Let's see, Channel 12. Let's see what we got on Channel 12. And there's nothing. I think we're striking out again here, folks. I'm not seeing anything that's popping out here of interesting news. Cold start to the week. It's not cold, it's warm. Nothing on WBNG. That's not good. We're missing out here as far as that goes. Oh, here's something in Owego. Let's bring this one up. This is a building here in Owego, New York. The Owego Police Department in need of existing extensive building repairs. So this is an old building here. Let's go ahead and bring this one up. Okay, and this is the Owego Police Department. We have a sheriff's department for the county, and we have state troopers, and this is the police department in Owego. There's a police department in Waverly, in Sayre, but we do have sheriffs. So this is one of 3 law enforcements that we have in the county, the police department. And so let's bring this up as far as an interesting article. This gives you an idea. This is here in Owego, the police department. And let's go ahead and give this a listen.
The Village of Owego is looking to bring new life to its police station. 12 News' Daniel Curran sat down with Owego's mayor to hear about the project and how it's moving forward. He's live in our newsroom now. Daniel?
Yeah, that's right, Autria. The Village is hoping to get the project rolling so it doesn't lose the state's historic preservation grants. Mayor Mike Barata says the project has been put up for bids twice, but both times it's come in over budget. The cost of the restoration work like this adds up fast.
Talk about replacing windows in a historic building, they're not cheap. Same as brickwork, it's all not as cheap as it would be if it was a new building, but it's always good to restore historic buildings.
The project was awarded a $470,000 grant, but it expires in April, and the Village is hoping to get an extension so it doesn't lose that support. Now, Barata hopes to see construction completed by the end of the year. Live in the newsroom, Daniel Curran, 12 News.
Okay, so this is a historical building. Let me explain that a little bit. There's a lot of historical buildings here, meaning they're over 100 years old. Okay, so this building right here, it's been renovated, and once a building has been designated historical, you can't just take out the windows and put new windows in. There's a criteria on historical buildings that they have to abide by. So that's why this most of your older buildings, because it's so expensive, and the state is only giving so much for renovation. This building, I think, is probably I don't think it's 100 years. If not, it's probably close to. Yeah, but it is a historical building as far as here in Binghamton or in Owego, and so that's the the fallacy of the system and stuff like that. Because it's historical, you can't just. Where a newer building, if this was a brand new building, if this was built like 10 years ago and they come in to renovate, it would be a lot cheaper because they want to keep it in the historical condition. So there's only certain materials you can do, certain windows, doors, and some of these big mansions that they have down. What's that street that have all the mansions? Front Street, yeah. Front Street here in Owego, there's a whole bunch of really nice buildings and stuff like that. And they just can't slap. They can't just slap regular paint on. There's a certain, from what I've been told. Hey, Deplorables here. Hey, how you doing, my friend? Coming in from Bradford, Pennsylvania. Glad to have you here. Is it a little warmer there in Bradford, Pennsylvania, Northwest Pennsylvania? Right down and to the west of across the border from Olean, New York, home of St. Bonaventure's there. Glad to have you here, my friend, and love the flags. You and Liberty with the flags. God bless America, as far as that goes. And look who else is here, Captain Rehab, and he says good morning to the missus, and the missus says good morning also.
Just in time for breakfast.
Just in time for breakfast, the missus said, Captain Rehab, coming in from the city of Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. Glad to have you here. Hope all's going good with you, my friend. And let's see. We're just we're striking out here. We got one article on Fox. Let's check. Oh, where's WNBF? We didn't get WNBF. What happened to WNBF?
WBNG.
Oh, there it is. I thought I had it there. Let's see. Yeah, I usually get WNBF before. Captain Rehab says over there on Twitch. Oh, okay. Let's see. Deplorable says 27 degrees. Oh, it's a lot warmer. We're currently at 36 degrees Fahrenheit here in our neck of the woods there, Deplorable. Let's see. Rich, you know who they should have do the halftime show next year? Okay, the missus says who, so who? And Liberty saying to Farmer and Deplorable, hello, we have three. Yeah, you're all on Rumble, and Rumble rocks. We got 4 people on you know who. Who's these all? There, she
yeah.
she guessed it. She likes that.
I like Shabuzi.
Shabuzi, there we go, yeah. Or else if they have something like if they have another Sad Benny, sad, I'm calling them sad. I'm not calling them. What did I call them yesterday?
Rat bunny.
Yeah, I'm calling them Rat Bunny or something like that. But I'm calling them Sad Bunny, as far as that goes. And there's Dark Farmers with the flag too. Thank you, Farmer. I love the flags. Love the flags. And there's Deplorable. He's also giving the flags. I love the flags there as far as that goes. Thank you, guys. God bless America. Captain Rehab's laughing at us, says Shabuzi. She says it's a good one. That would be a good one. You know? Kid Rocky. We just
Leonard Skinner.
Leonard Skinner. There's another one. Let's get Leonard Skinner up there. Oh. Anyway, the Super Bowl's over with. NFL season's over with. So, and actually, we won't be talking about football anymore. So, and actually, hockey is done until the 25th. And we got the NBA. They don't start kicking up until the 19th. So that's next Thursday. So I don't know. We're going to just be having the Manchester City Football Club as far as to see what they're going on with them. I'm not going to go over the Olympics unless something really pops out. Like the latest on the Olympics is I saw a headline that the women's hockey team beat Canada, and that's significant because Canada has a good hockey team. Okay, let's see. WNBF. What do we got on WNBF? Anything? Wow, there's nothing on WNBF. Nothing on WNBF. Nothing on the Whale. Let's see, and let's see if we got anything else on WBNG. No, that's it. That's the most interesting article talking about the Owego Police Department's extensive repairs, but because it's a historical building, they have to be. It's over budgeted. The money they got from the state doesn't help them. Let's see. And nothing on channel 34. Oh, actually, it's channel 5 now. Channel 34 is channel 5 for
Yeah.
NBC. It's an NBC channel now. Let's see. Let's go out to WENY. Anything out there? And I am not seeing that. We're just missing out here, folks. Let's see. Let's check the local setting on it.
News is good news.
Yeah, no news is good news. I agree. Yeah. I'm not seeing any new. And well, here's some Pennsylvania news. Governor Shapiro pitches new firefighting grant program. This is on WENY. Let's go ahead and let's bring this up. This is fire related. I'm interested in fire related articles. So this is down in Pennsylvania. This is down Deplorables way. Governor Shapiro is Deplorables. He lives in Bradford, Pennsylvania. So let's go ahead and bring this up. This is from WENY, which is out of Elmira, New York, and this is news from across the border. So let's go ahead and give this a look-see as far as that goes. Bring it up here on the.
For a third year in a row, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro has proposed increasing state funding for fire services. State associations say they'll wait and see if lawmakers actually go ahead with the proposal. WENY Pennsylvania Capitol correspondent Kara Jeffers is live to discuss more details on those plans tonight. Good evening, Kara.
Good evening, Renata. The cost for equipment keeps rising. The interest in working in firefighting keeps shrinking. And the types of calls that firefighters are getting sent out continues to evolve and expand. Here in Harrisburg, lawmakers are offering at least some funding help. We'll see if more is on.
Today, the Shapiro administration visited a volunteer fire department in the Scranton area, where just last week, emergency services put out a fire at a hospital.
We directed a good operation. No one was hurt. We saved the building.
There are over 2,000 fire departments in Pennsylvania, many supported by a patchwork of funding and workforce. Pennsylvania has an annual grant for the departments, but awards are capped at $20,000.
And as I travel around the Commonwealth, I hear two very strong themes from the Pennsylvania Fire Service. We need people and we need money.
Governor Josh Shapiro wants to establish a new $30 million competitive grant program that could give out larger awards.
If you've got a unique need for one of your trucks or a unique piece of equipment that you need that falls outside the traditional grant process, you'll now have dollars available for you.
The job descriptions of firefighters are also expanding. They respond to less fires now, but get more calls for a wider range of public safety issues. Advocates say funding and policy flexibility are key as the profession evolves.
The risk is different. It might be less frequent, but it's more intense. If you look at the building materials that are used, the toxicity, the fabrics that are used in furniture.
So you can see there's more money going towards training. Can we pay our firefighters? The firefighter equipment is just increasingly expensive. This is the second year that Shapiro has proposed this specific $30 million program. We will see if lawmakers decide it makes the final cut in the budget. Again, firefighters saying that there's a lot of things that need to be updated in this profession. In Harrisburg, I'm Kara Jeffers, WENY News.
So not only in Pennsylvania, here in New York as well. Those same things that they're talking about. The second time they're trying to pass that, I can see why. Deplorable says, and he's from Pennsylvania, folks. Shapiro's the worst. I guess he's not a well-liked governor. I could say that about our governor. I guess here in New York State, and Deplorable says we hate him. Okay, is that bad? Okay, we don't hear much about it's on a national. I think I've heard more about Shapiro on a national level than I've heard on a local level. But that article was about the fire department and some of the things they mentioned in there. It pertains here in New York State. They got all these things. They got to stay within budget of certain things. It's a volunteer fire department costs just as much as a paid fire department now, as far as equipment, training. They don't have to pay their the volunteers. They volunteer your work, but there's a lot of time involved as far as that goes. And I've seen that over the years. I have been a volunteer. I got out of it probably 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I was in for 15 years after I was in the Air Force for 20 years as a firefighter. But I think I did my share. I'm asked to come back, but it's just like, no, I don't. I just don't want to. I'm older and stuff. And let's see, Liberty says we have a training lot across the way for firefighters. They mostly train with the jaws. Yeah, the jaws of life. So you get the cars out there and they tear up the car and stuff like that. I'm very familiar with the jaws of life. I've used them on many. They're a very good tool. They're a very, very good tool to have as far as that goes. And Farmer says, Leslie, I'm pretty sure our governor here in Virginia wants to win the word. Oh, okay. Farmer, you may be right there. I know your governor wants to tax. She wants to tax fantasy football now, I heard. I'm going, what? You may be right. I would have to agree with you that, Farmer. Yeah, I'm not to. Yeah, our governors. I tell you, they're a handful and stuff like that. And Liberty says no one beats. No, I think Liberty. I think Farmer's right. If you look at their new governor, thank God she can only stay in for one term. I think it is Farmer, as far as that goes. And he says yup about her being pretty bad. And Deplorable says, yeah, dark Deplorable. And even Deplorable agrees. Yeah, dark Farmer she is bad. Yeah, she is. And Farmer says tax everything. Yeah, I heard she was fantasy football. It's like, give me a break. And Deplorable says, oh yeah, I agree with that. I'm not going to put that up, Deplorable, but yeah, I agree. I agree. We'll leave that comment over on the Rumble side, okay? And you know where I'm going. It's a morning show, but I'm just recognizing and I understand. So that's I don't want to get too spaced out. But our governors, some of them are some. I don't think have we ever had a good governor that I don't know. I don't think so. And Farmer says truth. Yeah, there we go, truth. I think you're referring to the Deplorable there, Farmer. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I'm trying to think, have we ever had a good governor? I don't know. And Deplorable says, yep. You're agreeing. I always thought the one out in Michigan, she's toned down a lot. I can't think of her name, but she was during COVID. I'm thinking, man, she's off the freaking hook. But she's tame compared to the one here in New York, and definitely the one here in New York is a lot tamer than the one in Virginia. Virginia, she's totally off the hook as far as that goes. And okay, Pataki was okay. Almost had a chance to meet him once when I got out of the service. I forgot about him. He was a Republican, one of the few Republicans that were governor here and stuff like that. New York State, full disclosure, it's a Democratic. I'm a Republican conservative and stuff like that. Pataki was all right. He was good. He kept it down. But the legislator of any state, It's not the governor as much as it is the legislators, the state senate and state representatives. They're the ones that control everything. Oh, Whitmore, yeah, that was her name. She's toned it down, and she even met with Trump. So I got to give her some credit there. As much as she met with Trump, I think she has presidential aspirations and stuff like that. I haven't seen, but when during COVID, I'm thinking, man, she is wacko as far as that goes. And Cuomo, he wasn't that good of a governor. But I do have to say, when we had the big flood here, we had a state senator, Tom Libous, God bless him. He passed away of prostate cancer. And I met with him. I've talked with him a number of times. Great local senator. During the flood that we had here, he was standing they were up in Albany, and they were mitigating the flood down here along the southern tier with the Susquehanna River years back. And Mr. Libous, he told me this story. And it was at the 50th anniversary for WEBO several years back, when he was alive here in Owego. And I had his ear. I talked to him for a good 30, 40 minutes and stuff. And he told me this, that during the flood, he was standing next to Governor Cuomo, and he got word that we were all trapped. A lot of the communities here are trapped. And he went to Governor Cuomo. Well, we have several communities down there in the southern tier in Tioga County that need supplies. And then he said literally the governor didn't say anything. He just turned to his left and he went to the state National Guard general. He says, "What can you do, General?" And the general says, "We got helicopters going to be flying in the air in about another hour, and we'll bring supplies in." Sure enough, I was still in the fire department then. We got word that we had to establish a landing zone up where we were all evacuated here in the village and our part of the village. And there was 2 Blackhawks that came in. And when I told Senator Libous at the time, he says, yeah, that was about maybe 2-3 hours, about 2.5 to 3 hours after we got word. So in that sense, I gave Cuomo great credit because he didn't hesitate. He just said, hey, get it done. That's a true story. It's coming from Senator Libous. He said it to me personally. And that's the behind the scenes. It's like, you know what? I can't be that hard on Governor Cuomo, because when the frickin' tire meets the pavement and it matters, he stepped up. So if you have a bad governor, you gotta give him credit for those particular moments and stuff. Liberty says they need to do more federal auditing on Whitmore. Yeah, probably. Yeah. And Farmer says, I like Youngkin. He was okay. Now the spam burger is a rat crap crazy. Alas, they have total control for that. Yeah, but Farmer, correct me if I'm wrong. They only can stay in for one term, right? Or can they go for 2 terms? I think I just heard that Virginia has more of a term limit. I think New York, I don't know how many terms they can go for. So because you did have a good governor there. I think that was Youngkin. He couldn't go because he already served his time. Oh, it's 4 years. Okay, so that's 1 term then, right? Or is the governorship 2 years? Liberty says, as much water there is where I live, never experienced a flood. No, we had the Susquehanna, and the thing about the Susquehanna River down here, Liberty, back when I was growing up, they would always dredge the soot. They'd never done it over the years. So the river, when it raised, like we had a big flood in 72, Hurricane Agnes, when it came through, it brought the water level right up to the banks. Well, since Agnes to the last big flood we had several years back, that soot builds up, so that water's overflowing. It came out of the Susquehanna. It came like 2 to 3 miles inland, and that inundated a lot of the village here. We have a dike around our village, and as far as that goes, and but I agree. I've been up there, Niagara Falls. There's a lot of water up there. There is a boatload of water as far as that goes. Let's see. Anything else on WENY local? Let's see. Okay, Farmer, you're saying that one term is 4 years. So okay, so this current governor that you have, you already got the countdown when they can get rid of her. Because if she does everything she says she's going to do, the next governor is going to probably be a Republican down there in Virginia. You know, it's like a pendulum. You get one, and then it goes to the other side. As far as the governors down there in Virginia. Let's see, WENY again. Let's see what we got. Anything? And we're not seeing anything there. Let's go to channel 18 news. They're talking about preparing for cold weather in the Twin Tiers. It's going to be in the 30s, 40s. That's not cold at this point. And that's it. Let's see. What about... now they got a new store up at the Oakdale Commons. It's Home Plus. That's a furniture place. We might go up there, me and the missus. And let's see. They do have... This is on WKGB. This is the radio station. We were talking about this. Let me bring this up. Let's bring this up here as far as on KGB. This is a radio station out of, this is Binghamton's Rock Channel out of Binghamton. And let's bring this up. And we'll talk about this a little bit as far as that goes. Okay, that's the person detained in Nancy Guthrie's abduction. This probably came out last night. Yeah, this came out February 10th. So he's since been released. But there's a picture of one of the pictures. A male was detained in connection. The person who has not yet been publicly identified without polluting the investigation, I will say we have a substantial. They've made substantial progress in the last 36, 48 hours. The detainment was reported hours after surveillance video showed potential subjects, and like I said, the eyes there. So this is old news. Not aware of. Let's see. So they're picking up everybody. They're getting, they're getting a lot of reports, and this was as of last night. But the latest is the person has been released, as far as that goes. And Farmer says his eyes look like my mother-in-law's eyes. Your mother-in-law, is she taking any trips out? No, but you look at the other video. It's definitely a dude. It's definitely a dude. And Liberty, she's laughing at Farmers. Yeah, I agree. That's funny. But my missus, she said that, I guess she was watching the news out there, that supposedly the guy's mother-in-law said something about his eyes, and the eyes are very distinct. And you look at it, you can take a lot. You could see the finely manicured eyebrows and the stance. They can measure how high he is now and stuff like that, because they take the dimensions of the brick or the floor tile. They have a measurement, and they put that to the picture, and they get an accurate of how big he is and stuff like that. So, and I'm sure they're going to be using the face recognition, even if you have from what I've been told, even if you have a hood on, that facial recognition, if they lock on to certain aspects of your features, if you're in the file, they're going to pick you. That's how advanced this technology is, folks, and stuff. From what I've heard. Okay, so take it for what it's worth. Okay, let's see. Moving on, we have nothing on KISS 10. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is on KISS 105, and this might be interesting to Farmer, because he has. If you go to his Rumble channel, you'll see that he has several. He raises chickens, And we got, this is on KISS 105. Let's go ahead and go to this one. And it says, why Binghamton University is studying key is suddenly, why Binghamton University is suddenly key in the bird flu fight. So Binghamton University is doing something with the bird flu. Let me bring this up. And this is an article I can read. Oop, sorry. Okay, there it is. It's about the bird flu. Do you have any problems with the bird flu, farmer? Let's see. Deplorable says all these resources and attention only because it's a celebrity's mother. So many other I agree. They're ignored. So sick of hearing about. Yeah, I'm getting a little tired of it myself. And farmer agrees too. So let's change the subject here. This is something, Binghamton University. It's a university in Vestal, New York, which is right next to Binghamton. They're doing something with the bird flu. And what is it? If you've noticed eggs getting more expensive or heard about poultry farmers having a tough time, you're not alone. Bird flu has been hitting hard, driving up prices. So it's not the economy, it's the bird flu is driving up prices and making people wonder about the future of our food supply. That's why Binghamton University is stepping up with a new project to help farmers and everyone who depends on their work by developing better vaccines for poultry. The federal government recently awarded a $2.5 million to a team of Binghamton a team at Binghamton University led by a biomedical engineer professor. Their mission is to simply but importantly develop a vaccine that it not only effectively but also easy for farmers to make, transport, and use day to day. So it looks like they're looking at a vaccine as far as that goes. And let's see. Nope, there are no waterfowl bringing that nasty. Oh, to me yet. Thank you. Oh, so it's the water. It's the ducks and geese that bring it. Oh, I didn't Okay. So that's interesting. So, but Binghamton University, they got a grant, and they're going to be making. So that's the reason. It's supply and demand, and when the supply is low, it's not because of the economy. It's because of the bird flu. Prices were off the hook, I guess, there and stuff like that. It has not. You got to take care of the supply chain, the birds and stuff like that. It affects the economy, but as far as that goes, so. I guess the last time I looked at eggs when I went shopping with the missus a few weeks ago, I thought they were pretty cheap. They had various eggs and stuff like versions and stuff like that. Let's see. Vaccines worry me. I keep all my chickens all natural. Okay, yeah, I think that's another thing. Yeah, you start putting in vaccines. Our good friend Tony D, my brother veteran, good friend and fellow broadcaster, I think he's still being affected by the COVID vaccine. He says he's still having issues with work and stuff like that. And there's nothing proven, but I think he has a gut feeling. It's related back to that. And I've heard other people having often on again ailments since the COVID. I've had the vaccine. I was vaccinated, no problem. I've had no issues. The missus has been vaccinated, no issues. But we have friends that have had issues and stuff like that. And so I fully understand that farmer about the vaccines as far as that goes. It might help. It might compound. It might make the problem worse as far as that goes. So that was an interesting article. I did not know that the waterfowl, that's what brings in the contamination to the chickens. Interesting stuff. And Double J says, I haven't had any problems with the vaccine. Knock on wood, too. I'm knocking on wood there. Double J's exactly as far as that. But heard if some people have it. Okay, yeah, same here. Yeah. All our systems are different and stuff like that. So Let's see. So that was, we haven't had an article on KISS 104. That's a good article. Let's see. Spectrum News. Oh, let's see. Anything on Spectrum News? I'm not seeing anything. And no, we already talked about the puppy. Let's see, up in Binghamton or up in Buffalo area, 106.5 WYRK. It's full disclosure. I don't have any affiliation with any of these web pages. I'm just trying to find some articles that I can show that show a little bit of southern tier of upstate New York or New York itself. Let's see, from 106.5 WYRK. No, nothing there. Buffalo's number one for new country. And let's see, the other one is Sister Channel Power 93.7 WBLK. Not seeing anything on there. Same articles. Okay, let's see. Let's see, deplorable. Oh no, farmer says, I won't even buy the feed. We grow it ourselves for them. And in turn, they give us the best eggs. Oh, real? Okay. The farm fed. That's the best. That's old school right there. That's great. You probably get a good price for your eggs because of that too. My mechanic here in Owego that I take my car to, him and his wife, I actually bought some local honey that was made, was from a beekeeper across the river here from where I'm at. And I like buying local honey. They sell local eggs too. And they were a little more pricey. And she said they're a little more pricey because they do the same thing. They don't bring in feed. They grow their own feed and stuff like that. So it's probably a little bit harder doing that, but you probably get more at the end as far as when you sell them. They're all natural as far as that goes. Okay, let's see, 1440. Anything on 1440? No, we don't have anything there. So we're all through the news here as far as that goes. I'm just going to shut these web pages down. And let's see. Let's see. Big Double J says, "Where's Big Juice? Haven't seen him." He was here, but he was toward the end. He might be oversleeping. He's using the "I've slept in." He's using the sleep in excuse. Double J's. And let's see. Liberty says there is a difference. Eggs right off the farm. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, they probably taste a whole lot better. And then Deplorable says, in the summer I buy my eggs from the Amish. Yeah, they probably do the same thing as far as that goes. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, I think it's time to fire up the Commodore 64 here. Let's see. Put this on channel 1. Okay. Turn on the Commodore 64. Let's see. Liberty says friends of ours was supplying us for nothing, but they got rid of the chickens. Oh, okay. Yeah, eggs. I like scrambled eggs and stuff. Okay, let's see. Let's see if this fires up. Okay, there it is. It works. I got to plug in the cable beforehand and stuff like that. Double J says farm eggs have the more orange color yolks than yellowish yolks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's see. I can look over there, but I'm going to look over here. I'm looking at this is the Commodore. We're going to go over the headlines. How long have we been on? 2 hours. Okay, we'll finish up with the headlines here. Well, let me make sure the cable's in. Yep, it's in. Okay. Okay, what happened? Oh, let me go back here. Hang on. We got the Commodore. Just got to get this connected here. All right, let's try this again here. USB 0, beep, bulletin board, ultimate, enter, get the first thing here. Load settings, yes. Run disk. And let's see, Deplorable says Liberty to Liberty. Tons of Amish sell the eggs down here in Randolph, New York, south of you. Okay. And Liberty says to Deplorable, that's quite a ways away, so it's a little bit of a drive there to her. And Deplorable says, yeah, I guess it's a bit as well, a bit west as well. And it's funny. We have Krager Egg Farm on the way to Batavia, and they don't sell to locals, just stores. Really? Wow, that's interesting. And Liberty says that's a drive, but we make it out that way once in a while. Okay. Well, you're going for something. You're going for excuse me. You're going out to get something that's well worth the trip there. Let me clear out this buffer here. Okay, we're gonna go and check the headlines here on first on Fox. We'll do maybe 10 or 20 headlines, see what the morning headlines are, and then we'll do 10 or 20. If we do 10 or 20, we'll do 10 or 20 on CNN. Equal balance. Oh, what do we got here? And while that does, I get some cleanup on the Twitch side here. Let's see. Didn't want to take. It did connect. Wonder why. Give it another try. We'll have to go to our alternate. I wonder if my connections are right. Let's see. Oh, let's try it again. There we go. The Ethernet cable was... I don't have the little clippy on the back, so the Ethernet comes out. Okay, let's see. So... Okay, so here's our retro catapults.com bulletin board BBS, and we'll go to the news. Let's see, that's going to be 1. And we're going to go to 5 for Fox 40 first, or Fox. And we're just going to keep it general news, see what the general headlines are. And number 1, we got American Olympian Ryan Crotron Siegel picks up a silver in men's Super G. Okay. Number 2, Pritzker. We're talking about governors. He's the Illinois governor. I'm not a fan of his either. Joins chorus of Dem governors boycotting White House's dinner after snubbing Ignatius Chao's. Yeah. what? Okay, you snub it, big deal. You're better off if you just go there and you agree that you disagree and stuff. Number 3, WWE legendary reveals harrowing health battle. It's been a fight. Okay, it doesn't say who that is. Number 4, person questioned in Nancy Guthrie's disappearance released after Arizona stop. And then number 5, Hamas kidnapped us together, held us apart for over a year, and now we're starting over. Yeah, they got the kidnappers there, so I think they have all the hostages back from what is it? Back from let me see something. Let me get this for a minute here, folks. Hang on for a minute. I just made I think I'm going to go with that one for my there we go. We're going to go with that one there. But all the hostages are back there over in Israel. Okay, let's see. We're going to go end for next. Number 6, CNN rating down bigly from 2017. Trump bump through 2025 amid changing media's landscape. Yeah, it's the media. They're starting to smarten up. They can't be doing the same crap they've been doing. Number 7, Jonathan Turley, New York Times columnist, sinks to sick new low, mocking J.D. Vance, his mom. That's off bounds. He shouldn't be doing that shit. His mother, she had problems with drugs. She was an addict and stuff like that. So it's just like, give me a break. Anybody, I don't know. Number 8, far left podcaster Jennifer Welch, known for profane attacks, emerges as distant. What's that? Distinction from Democrats. Okay. Number 9, big mistake to legalize marijuana. Health experts warn of worsening out. I don't know. But legalization, I don't know. Where's the evidence? Where's the science? Let's see the science. Number 10, persons detained for questioning in Nancy Guthrie's case has been, we already saw that one. Let's see what we got for comments here. Let's see. It's funny. Okay, I already got that one. We got that one. And let's see. And Liberty says there's no Amish around. Oh, you don't have any Amish up there in the Niagara Buffalo area? That's interesting. And Deplorable, he wasn't invited to that dinner. Fake snub confirmed. Oh, okay, there we go. You fact checked. Okay, thank you, Deplorable. We got the fact checking going on. Okay, so this is on Fox News. We're going to show CNN. Let's go to another one. I think we got a snowstorm rolling in here. Let's see. Number 11, American Olympic medalist fires direct message at critics. They hate to see 2 woke bitches win, I guess, or something. Winners. 2 woke winning. I think the athletes, it's more the reporters asking the questions. The athletes they should just concentrate on the sport and stuff like that. Number 12, GOP lawmakers shocked after anti-ICE sheriff was snubbed by 5th grader civics question. Smart kid then. Number 13, MTG calls Trump's endorsement of Salazar an insult to his base. Salazar. Who's okay? Number 14, Prince William breaks royal code to distance himself from despicable Uncle Andrew's Uncle Andrew. Yeah, Uncle Andrew is not in good in favorable eyes with the royal family. Number 15, human waste in Roman medicine. First physical evidence found in an ancient vessel causes immense excitement. Yeah, they put feces in their. No wonder they died back then. Jeez Louise. Okay, let's go to 20 here. Number 16, Trump, Netanyahu to meet at White House in high stakes talks on Iran Gaza plan. 17, gradually there's suddenly blue state America is heading for financial disaster. California, I just say, I don't have to say any more. Number 18, federal welfare spending is a fraud magnet and taxpayers are paying the price. Yeah, we're paying out the nose. Just go to Minnesota. You can see that. Number 19, Governor Pritzker ignores my letter after he sanctioned after his sanctuary policies killed my daughter. Ooh. That's a parent right there. Number 20, Arizona Mexican restaurant swamped with hate over free meals for ICE, but owners responds with God bless you. That's a good person right there. That's a good restaurant right there. Doesn't matter. That's ridiculous. You know, these people that are going into hotels. They're going into hotels. They think that ICE are residing on protesting. It's like, give me a break. Let's see. Liberty says probably because marijuana will be linked to obesity. Okay, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, so that's interesting, Liberty. Okay, let's see. Let's go to CNN now. Give equal time. Okay. It's all about fairness. Okay, let's see. Number 1 on the CNN, you got Mandy Moore and Taylor Goldsmith nearly lost their dream home in the LA fires. Here's how they rebuilt. Oh, they're probably one of 2 that are rebuilding because it's been over a year and they haven't done it. There's people that still are out of their homes. That's why California sucks. Too much red tape there. Number 2, we need a helicopter. Australian teens emergency call after swimming to rescue family released. To rescue families released. Okay. They got some sort of rescue there. Number 3, Russia is restricting access to Telegraph, one of its most popular social media apps. Here's what we know. I'm not too sure about that Telegraph app. Let's see. Deplorable says, I love my legal weed. Okay, there we go. And then Liberty says to Deplorable, if I did that now, I'd probably have to stick my head in a freezer. I'd have to say I have tried it. It's interesting. The only aspect it's like smoking cigarettes. It affects your lungs. I smoked for a little bit when I was in Korea. Okay. What's that?
Gummies.
What's that gummy? Oh, Mrs. says gummies. I think she, if they had, I'd try a gummy. I'd stay home. I'd make sure I stay home and hide the keys. We would try them.
We eat enough as it is. We don't need to get the munchies.
What's that?
We eat enough as it is.
We eat enough as it is. We don't need something else that pushes the munchies a little bit more intense. Deplorable says lots of laughs. There we go. What do we leave off on? And the farmer says lots of laughs. I'm with the missus. Yeah, there we go. She's laughing. Let's see. Number 4, FAA abruptly closes El Paso airspace for 10 days over unspecified security concerns. Ooh, that's interesting. Over El Paso. What's going on? Aliens? Let's see. Number 5, NHL returns to Winter Olympics in Milan Cortina after controversial build. Oh, that's why there's no NHL. They're all playing in the Olympics. Okay. And Deplorable says, haha, with the thing. And Liberty says, see, that's where the obesity comes is. I told you, yeah, the munchies. She said that. Yeah, that's true.
Although the local guy.
What's that?
The local guy that did our bathroom.
Right.
He's a notorious, big pothead. He's skinny as a rail.
Oh, yeah. We got this one contractor that came in and did our bathroom floor. And he indulges and stuff. And he's real skinny. He's not obese, but
He
that's
doesn't eat. He just smokes and smokes and smokes.
yeah. And Deplorable says they make Doritos made with weed. Not now is funny. Oh, do they? Wow. The farmer's just laughing. We got a good conversation on a Rumble, folks. Okay, let's see. NHL returns. So that's why the NHL, there's no NHL till after the Olympics. Number 6, Needleman powers your life, even if you don't know it. Now it's a key trade issue. Neodiam. Whatever. I don't know. I have no idea what that pertains to. Let's go to next. Oh, wrong one. Okay, number 7. Canada is shocked after worst school shooting in decades leaves at least 9 dead. Yeah, they had a shooting in Canada yesterday, I guess. So that continues. Number 8. Russia drone strike kills 3 Ukrainian toddlers and their fathers. Yep, we talked about that. Number 10. A K-pop started a cliff edge and Australian beauty spot spiraling into crisis. That K-pop, that's a genre I don't even follow. Number 11, how Planeteer and AI money is shaping the midterms. Well, money will shape anything. Number 12, what to expect from today's jobs report. So the jobs report is coming out today. Let's see. We have number 13. A young lawyer is taking Pakistan's government to court over period tax. She hopes the case will break sexual health taboos. I don't. Double J's. Do you have any input on that? Pakistan's this young lawyer. Let's see. Did I get rid of this guy? Oh, we did ban that guy. Okay. He's blocked and banned. Okay. Let's see. Number 14. Coach Snoop is having a blast at the Olympics. Okay, whoever Coach Snoop is coaching. Number 15, disturbing video and a person questioned. Here are the key developments in the Nancy Guthrie's case. Okay, that's pertaining to that. Deplorable says, have you or the missus watched any of the baby Trump videos? They are some of the funniest stuff I've ever. No, we haven't. Deplorable. I know they're out there. Is that on YouTube? Where can we find those? Let me know. Let's see. Number 16. Chilling images. And Liberty says she loves those. Uh-oh. Where can I find them? I'll have to put them on the list to look them up. I've heard of them. I have to check them out. You guys are watching them, okay? You're on Rumble. I'm on Rumble. So, it's just like you're recommending them, so I could take a peek. So you can tell. I'll have to look that up. What is that? Trump, the baby Trump videos. I'll Google that. Baby Trump vids. Oh, YouTube, Facebook. Oh, and they're on Rumble too? Okay. I'll be looking at those today. Okay. Let's see. They're on YouTube. What else does it say? Facebook? I won't try the Facebook. I'll do the Rumble. What's that? Oh, doing taxes? Okay. The missus doing taxes. I got to stay out of her hair. Don't talk to her. She's busy. She's at her desk. I got to leave her alone. Okay, let's see. Where are we at here? We had number 16. No. Oh, number 16. Chilling images are the biggest break so far in the Nancy Guthrie case. Okay, we already had 16. Number 17. Over 70% of tested baby foods are ultra processed and full of additives. I think RF Jr. is trying to change that as far as get those additives out. Number 18, break down the evidence DOJ used to justify the search of Fulton County Elections Office. Well, they're in control. They have to do everything according to the law. We'll go one more. So people say I didn't do anything on CNN. Let's see. Number 19, 3 House Republicans cross party lines to block efforts to shield Trump from challenging to his tariffs. Even if that gets through, you know what? Trump can just veto it. It's not going to. They're going to have to take that to the, and even if it goes to the Supreme Court. So that's I don't know that they cross the party. Okay, unless they get a super majority, which I don't think. It was this House Republicans. So that's on the House side. Let's see. Number 20, grand jury declines to indict Democrat lawmakers who urge service members to disobey illegal Trump orders. I have some opinions of that, and I don't think I'm not really well, I don't know, because you're retired, you're still subject to the UCMJ from what I've been told. So I didn't really like that. Those people, I think that was sort of my opinion. It was anti-American for those lawmakers to say that. You don't want to say that to the troops. You can praise the troops, but don't tell them shit that they can't do. They shouldn't do. They wouldn't do. Okay. If I heard that, I said, are these lawmakers nuts? If I was still in the service as a veteran, I would say, you're cracko. You're nutso. Let's see. Number 21, FDA refuses to review Moderna's application for mRNA flu vaccine, company says. Well, they probably don't meet the criteria or something. I don't know. I have no idea. Number 22, French wine spirits export volumes sink at least 25-year low. Well, who are the freaking French? I would lean to that myself, deplorable. Okay, without getting into any detail. I was just scratching my head. I says, what are they doing? Don't they have something more important? I mean, the president's the commander and freaking chief. If he says an order, he's doing it for the. I don't want to get going on that one. That's. Let's see. Super Bowl 60 ratings. NBC and Sad Bunny win big. Well, it depends on who you talk to on that one, folks. Sad Bunny. I didn't see him, so I don't know squat. Other than the fact that 4 months ago he said I need to learn Spanish, and he did sing the song all in Spanish. It's like, no, you're not my cup of tea. So I shut you off, and I watched the Turning Point All American halftime show with Kid Rock and company. I thought that was phenomenal. Trump admin removes pride flag from Stonewall National Monument. The only flag that should be flying at a national monument is the United States flag. Okay? And the POW flag. That's been the standard. This other flag, you're going to have everybody else's flag. It's like, no. It's federal property. It's a national Stonewall National Monument. It should be for this country. It should be for everybody. That flag represents a segment of this population here in the United States. The American flag encompasses everyone as far as that goes. And farmers agreed with locking him up with right there. And farmer says, yes, there's the flags. We got the flags. Farmers got the flag. Thank you, farmer. Appreciate it. Deplorable with the flag. Thank you very much. The American flag. And Double J says that's what I thought. Yeah. You start getting these individual flags. It's just like at these protests. You're seeing the Mexican flag. It's supposed to be an American so-called peaceful protest. And you got a Mexican flag? How does that represent what you're trying to? No, I don't want to see that. It's just like with these other flags for other things. If you're in America and you're going to protest, you're an American, you protest in American values and stuff. American. I don't care if it's upside down, but these other flags, I'd throw them in the trash. But you do have freedom of speech, okay? I'll acknowledge that. And oh, I didn't want that. What the hell's that? Let's see. Deplorable says that till you can't. Song was. Oh yeah, I Deplorable. You weren't here. My Mixcloud I did yesterday. I opened up with that song on Mixcloud. Fireman, the Tioga Radio Show on Mixcloud. I got the link over on my my X page. That is a great song. It is, and the analogy of that song. Okay, that's okay. We're all done here on the Commodore. So let me let's back out of this. Let's see. Let's bring this. Let me shut this down here. Let's just bring it off the thing here. There we go. The thing about that song, I found out, you know, when you saw that, you evidently saw. Did you watch the All-American halftime show? I did. And his first song, it was a rap song. It talked about drinking and all this and stuff, and it was lip syncing. He won't sing that song anymore, I guess, but he lip synced it. And what that portrayed is how he was before. He was a boozer. He used drugs. He rock and roll and all that. He was that type of person. Then you had the transition where they're playing the violin, the cello, real nice, calm. And then he go into the song Till I Can't. Till I Can't, that's when he found Jesus. And till you can't, I think the best line is that when you dust that book off in the corner. I mean, that's powerful right there. Those are powerful words. And Deplorable says yes, yeah. And that once that was explained, because I was wondering, me and the missus, he's lip syncing. He won't sing those songs anymore because he's not that person anymore. He's a different person. That's why I have the greatest respect and high regards for Kid Rock now. And that's why people wanted to watch that, because it has American values here in this great country that we live in, and such. So my hats off. I debuted yesterday's Mixcloud broadcast with that song, and it's a great song. And Kid Rock is a great guy too. All right, so there's our Commodore 64 moment here, and let's go ahead and reset. Do we get some? Yeah, it's a little windy. Did we get some snow showers out there? We're getting a little spitting out there. Okay, we'll turn that off. We'll go back to our Rumble page here. And such. And we've been on for 2 hours and 37 minutes. So we've had a good broadcast today. Very good broadcast. I appreciate the commentary there as we're doing this is the Commodore 64 Ultimate News moment and stuff. Let me bring this back up here. And I think we're at the end now here, folks, as far as that goes. And I do appreciate your views here and the comments that were in the chat here. Greatly appreciate that, and such. That good conversation. I like just going over the headlines, and I can brush on them. I don't want to go into detail and stuff like that. If I do that, I need to bring up Hello America, which I still can't find time for. I'm trying to find time just to do the gaming as far as that goes. And let's see. Liberty says, I was upset when the U.S. team started getting political. It's not the whole team. It's just one or two individuals. And the thing about that, Liberty, it's the reporters saying they shouldn't even I take it back to the reporters. If the reporters didn't ask the question, they don't have to answer that. They're just trying to answer the question. And, some of them, if that was my kid and returned home, I would beat him with the, okay. Yeah, I wasn't too happy with that either, but I'm blaming the reporters. The reporters shouldn't even be bringing up those comments. The Olympics, that's why I don't really care for the Olympics. The Summer Olympics, it's all political, it's woke and stuff like that. When you got a guy beating up on an Italian female that's in the boxing match for the gold, and she gets plummeted, and it comes out to find out that person was a dude, in a manner of speaking, the X and Y, whatever that is, and stuff like that. And this is the same case as far as the reporters. It's sort of clickbait. They're doing clickbait with the American athletes. And the American athletes should just say, I have no comment on it. I'm here for sports. They should just leave it at instead of saying their views. Okay? They're just contributing. Though, then just a few individuals. So I'm not going to say it's because there's some individuals, those comments have been asked that I've seen on the Olympics, Liberty, and they just no, we're not here for that. So it's not the team; it's just individuals that are on the team, and as far as that goes. But they answered, Rich. No excuse. No, I'm saying, yeah. There's only a few. There's not the majority. Okay, I'm just trying to put it in context. I'm not saying it's the whole team. There's individuals that they could deflect, because there are athletes that are saying, you know what, that has nothing to do with what I'm doing here. And okay, so we're on the same page. Yeah, okay, that's cool. And I okay, just, you could still disagree with me, but I'm just saying it's not the whole team. I'm not going to blame the whole team. It's individuals. Now, the Summer Olympics, I blame the Olympic Committee because of what they're doing with the situation, letting guys come in and go against women. That's not the Olympics. Could you imagine the original Olympics? They tried pulling that off. Spartacus would have let's see, but I still would be. I'm not disagreeing with you there. I would probably have some words also. I know what you're saying there because oh, bless you. Being a veteran, I know exactly where you're coming from on that. Okay, so I agree with you on that point. As far as that goes, you live in this country. Life is always, I think, for the most part, 90 to 95% of the time, life is great in this country. It's just that other crap that we have to deal with that overshadows the greatness of this country. And there's a lot of great things for this country. Okay. Once you get the politics off to the side and stuff like that, it's, I have neighbors that are opposite political views and stuff. I get along fine with them. I worked with people that had, I work fine with them and stuff like that. So let's see. Farmer says athletes and entertainers were better when they stayed out of politics and kept their crazy. Yeah, it's their opinion, but it's a whole different. I don't know. It's the Z generation or what? I don't know. Yeah, I agree with that. I would definitely agree with that, Farmer. And Liberty saying to Farmer, exactly. ST, shut the F up and do what you need to do. It's just like it's just like this past Super Bowl. They focus in on the Super Bowl okay, it's entertainment. Why am I here? I'm here to watch a freaking football game. I don't care if you could have like a high school band out there. That would be more entertaining than Sad Bunny. At least I would understand it. I don't need some political crap jammed down me, and I think you all agree with that too. That's what we're coming to as far as that goes. So it's just, it's interesting, very interesting. Great conversation though, guys, of the folks from Rumble here and stuff like that. But we are at the end. We're at, we're coming up on 2 hours and 45 minutes. We're here. I want to say thank you to our Jersey girl, Tina, for being here. Thank you very much. Thank you, Tina. And thank you, Tony, my brother veteran, my good friend and fellow broadcaster. Thank you, Tony, coming in from Warner Robins, Georgia. Tina coming in from Central New Jersey. Thank you very much. as far as being here. Thank you. Double J's was in the house. Thank you, Double J's, for being here, coming in from an undisclosed location there in the Southern Hemisphere. Thank you, Liberty, coming in from the Buffalo, Niagara area. Good conversation there on the Rumble side, Liberty. Love the flags. Thank you very much. God bless you and your family. And let's see, moving down let's see, we have Double J's and Liberty, and Double J's and Liberty, and Farmer. Thank you, Farmer. Farmer coming in from Virginia. Glad to have you in the conversation, my friend. God bless you. God bless America there, my friend. And say hi to the chickens for me. I love the chickens. They're funny. Let's see. And we had Deplorable coming in from Bradford, Pennsylvania. Thank you, Deplorable. Love the flags also on the Rumble side. We had 3 Rumble folks here. Thank you very much. You guys are great. And we also had Captain Rehab coming in from the city of brotherly love. Thank you, Captain Rehab. Always enjoy your Shabuzi next year, maybe. Let's see. That would be funny. Shabuzi. And I think we had conversation with Deplorable, Farmer, and Liberty, and we're coming up towards the what is it? We're down towards the end, I think. That's Double J's was in the conversation there. And let's see. And Liberty says, thank you for a great stream. Thank you, Liberty. You were part of the stream. You're the ones that made it great. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Rich and Chatters. Take care. You stay safe. And again, the best to your other half and your family there and stuff like that. And Double J's, he says, take care. Catch on that. Thank you, Double J's. Thank you very much. Coming from an undisclosed location. Always great to have you here, Double J's. And Farmer saying thank you also. Have a great day anyway. You too, Farmer. Again, say hi to the chickens for me. And Deplorable saying, have a great day, everyone, on the Rumble side with the flag. We'll end with the flag there. And I want to say thank you very much. You guys all have a great one. Great show, great broadcast. And with that, this is we're exiting stage left of the Wednesday morning coffee for this February 11th, 2026 at Rumble video broadcast. Thank you, those that are in the comments. Thank you for those people just watching the live feed. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. Those people that are watching on the replay, thank you very much. Those people that are listening to the audio replay, thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. You can find me, Rich Roberts, over there on X at Fireman Rich, my mainstay for being on the social media, on the interwebs. At Fireman Rich on X is my mainstay for where I post everything. I do post things on other platforms. Just Google at Fireman Rich and you'll see where else I'm at. But for the most part, I am on X. And I'm here on Rumble at Fireman Rich. And we're over there on Locals, YouTube, and Twitch. And we do thank all you viewers here. And also the listeners on Spotify. Thank you very much. At Fireman Rich on Spotify. At Fireman Rich on Spotify. Okay, folks, with that, you all have a great one. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care. Have a good one. Ciao for now.